Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Stout Love Elevate, and in this particular video I'll show you how to draft a short knicker with side pockets and a band. So if you're interested, stick with me to the end of the video. Okay guys, you're welcome back. So this, I folded my fabric, I measured my hip measurements and use it to get an accurate fabric, and I've ruled a 1 inch line. You can decide to rule an half inch or 1 inch at the unfold points, so that will help you when drafting your knicker or trouser, whichever one you're making, to draft out something very accurate, okay, without confusion, okay, especially on the waist curve side. So this one is very essential. Now, this is the measurement I'm using. Okay, my waist measurement divided by 4, my hip measurement divided by 4, my crotch, my flap measurement will be divided by 2. In this flap measurement, I have two different flap, one 22.5, the other one 17.5. Why it's like that is when I want this particular knicker to be a fitted knicker. I don't want it to have this, so I want it to be fitted. So if I want it to be fitted, when drawing down, don't worry, as we are proceeding, you're going to see how I'm going to match the two, so it will be very fitted and just on the body the way I want it. So the length of the knicker is 22. All right, let's proceed. So right now, from my waist to hip is 8 inch. Is 8 inch. So, but remember, because the measurement is from my waist to hip and is 8 inch, I'm going to be making use of 2 inch band. So I'm subtracting that 8 inch, that 2 inch from this 8 inch, thereby leaving me with 6 inch. Okay, so don't get confused. So right now I'm working with 6 inch here because I've subtracted the 2 inch band I'm going to be using. So please pay close attention if you're a beginner. So the next thing I'll do is to get my crotch. Remember my crotch measurement, which is 10.5. Now 10.5, I'm going to also subtract that same 2 inch for my band from that crotch. Okay, so naturally, whenever I'm making a crotch, whenever I'm sewing trouser for a crotch, a trouser, I don't sew with the actual crotch measurement. I usually add 1.5 or 2 inch to it. So I have 10.5 as my crotch. What I will now add to it is I will add 1.5, thereby making it 12. So at the end of the day, I'm making use of 12 as my crotch. One of the reasons why I do it this way is for easy fitting. You don't want a situation whereby after sewing you notice your so that's why it's very very good for you to always add at least 1 inch or 1.5 to your crotch. And if someone on the larger side, you can decide to add maybe 2 inch to even 3 to 4 inch. Yes, depending on how big the ass of the person, you can add even more for the crotch, and equally that's the crotch, everything crotch, crotch, crotch. Okay, so this is our crotch line. Then the next thing I will do right now is my flap. My flap is 4 inch down from the crotch line. I don't know what is wrong with my tape rule. All of a sudden, my tape rule started peeling out. The head started cutting out. So I'll have to get a new one. I just got this one not too long, and now I have to get another one. So this is 4 inch down. At the end of this particular knicker, you realize that you sewed a very perfect fitted knicker. So all you need to do is follow just step by step. So what I will do now is I'll divide my hip measurement by 2. Sorry, by 4. My hip measurement divided by 4 will give me 9.5, and 9.5 plus 1 inch, that is 10.5. So I'm applying it right now on my hip line. This is my hip line. I'll also apply it on the part of the waist. That is not actually going to be my waist. Okay, I'll still get my waist measurement. Okay, and also apply it on the crotch line. It's crotch, not clutch. I'm feeling tempted. I end up pronouncing crotch. I end up pronouncing clutch. 10.5. So please take your time and watch. Do not forget, this is a detailed tutorial, so it might not be as fast as you want it, but if you are patient, you will get exactly what you want from it. So this is it. So what I will do right now is on the crotch line, I'm going to extend it by 2 inch. You can extend by 2.5, but I'm on the slim side, so I will just go for 2 inch direct. So now I'm going to curve it. So I have my curve. I really don't like making use of curve, but I want to start making use of it at the same time. So right now, this is it. I'll just curve it like this. So it didn't come out just the way I want. Let me recurve it again. No, I like it. Okay, so this is well curved now. So what I'll do next is to apply my waist measurement. And my waist measurement is 7.2. From this particular point, 7.2 plus 1 inch, that is 8.2. We are not putting any dart here because it's going to carry pockets. So 8.2. Right? So that is it. So the next thing I'll do right now is the waist. I'm going to curve it down to this place. You can see the way I moved it. So this is supposed to be a form of a curve, not just a straight line. Okay, so you can see something like this. Okay, so it's better like this now. So the next thing I'll do is to apply my flap line measurement, which is 22 divided by, that's 11.25. So this 11.25. Okay, so what I'll do next here is, so I'm curving it. You're not curving it exactly to match here. The full length of the knicker is 22. So 22 minus 2 inch for the band, that will be 20. So mind you, we are going to also add the hemming allowance. So the hemming allowance will be 2. So we'll be left with, we'll go back to the same 22 again. So we are using these 2 inch to hem the knicker. Okay, I hope you are getting it. That's why I'm taking my time. I'm not rushing it because I don't want you to see she's too fast. I don't understand what she's doing. I don't want that, because if you are so new to this, I want you to take your time and understand it. Okay, so this particular 22 here is plus the hemming allowance. Okay, remember I'm not using lining to turn this, it's just a plain. Okay, so this is the actual main measurement, 20. Okay, because you are taking out 2 inch for the band. Okay, so the next thing to do right now is I've applied my flap measurement. I'm also going to, if you remember this particular one I told you, the 17.5, the second one, so I'm going to apply it on this particular line now, because this is where the final length, this is the final length of the knicker. If this knicker is going to be your knee length, that means I'm actually going to take the knee circumference. That is what I'm going to use to get this place. Okay, that way you get a more good fitting. So that is 17.5. Okay, so I've divided the 17.5 by 2. That will give me 8.75. 8.75, 11.2. Remember, all our measurements is being taken from this line. Oh, okay. So right now I'm going to curve this. I'm just going to curve it like this. So it will go like this. Okay. So I'm curving it to match this side. If you don't want this to be a fitted shot, then you are free to just use the same measurement as the flap for it, okay, to just come out normal. Okay, but I want it to be fitted, so you can see how it is now. Okay, remember we didn't add any inch, any seam allowance to the flap and this, so we are going to be doing that on the back side. So you can see from the look of this, we have a perfect shot already. This shot is ready from the way I'm looking at it. So I'm going to cut it out and then we go to the back side. Remember, like I said, there is no dart for this because we are going to fix pockets. Okay, the dart we'll have here will be at the back. So let's cut it out and move to the back. My knicker is ready, 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 ready. Okay. So we are going to be adding everything about this downside on the back. So thou shalt not panic. Okay, so just this how it looks. Very, very simple. So we'll take it to the back side now. So guys, you can see I've placed it all set for the back. So the next thing I'll do right now is I'm going to be fixing the zip of this particular wonderful knicker on the back. Okay, so what I'll do is on this particular point now, I'm going to be taking 2 inch. Okay, it's not on the front, so I'm taking 2 inch. Instead of 2 inch, I'll make it 3 inch because of the dart I'll fix at the back. So 1 inch will go for that, the other inch will go for my zipper. So I'm bringing it down, and then here I'm going for the same 3 inch. I'm coming out by the same 3 inch here. Okay, so I'll curve this to meet. So I've curved this all the way down here, and then on this particular point I'm going out with the same 3 inch. Okay, so that particular 3 inch, when I'm joining it on this side, I might take it 1.5, 1.5 on both sides, so that we end up getting my perfect accurate fit. Okay, so I believe you are not confused. Okay, so this is, please overlook this my curving palaver. Okay, sometimes it happens like that where you have to curve with your hand. So guys, that is all for this shot. This is a very simple plain shot, okay? And in case you are expecting to see a back slant, okay, and this particular shot does, I don't want a back slant on it, okay? I want it to just have that normal round fitting, that round waist fitting, okay? Back slant sometimes can make it the back to be a bit higher than the front, and I don't want that. But in case you want to make a back slant of your own, which you might be interested in, all you need to do is when folding the back side, make sure you give space. You don't just end it here. See the way I did mine, it ended here. So you can bring your own down so that you have some space up here. So, and what you do at the end to just get your simple slant is after you rule this particular everything here, you're taking out everything you want to take out here, your zip allowance, that allowance, everything you want to take out, and curved it. Then the next thing you will do is you will go up by either 1 inch or 1.5 or 2 inch, depending on how much slant you want, and then you curve it and then you rule it. Okay, let's assume this is it. Okay, okay, let's work with just 1 inch. Okay, so this is it. So all you do is from this particular point, you rule it. You just rule your line all the way down to this point of the waist. We just meet each other there, and then you extend this all the way up here. Okay, so I believe with this you already understand how to get a back slant. So that is just how to get the back slant, okay, in case you want to be very protective of your back and all that. But I really I kind of like this method I'm using, because at the end it gives me that fitted back, and I'm just okay with it like that. So right now this is our back, this is our back, and this is our front, and our knicker is ready. So the next thing I would do is just to show you a little how my pocket is going to look like. I'm going to be working with the pocket width is going to be 5 inch. Okay, sorry, from this point it's going to be 5 inch. Okay, and then the depth is going to be like 8 inch depth, 8 or 7 inch. Okay, so it will just have that wideness. I like my pockets wide, so I'm covering it now. I'm going to drag this pocket out on another fabric. I just want to show you how my pocket will look. Okay, so this is basically my pocket already on this particular fabric. That is what I'm going to draft out right now. So stick with me. We still have some small thing to do. Okay, so I'm cutting out the back. That's all for the back. Okay, so this is exactly my short picker. It is ready and don't mind me. So I'm going to go on and cut the pocket. So you see exactly how the pocket will look. The pocket is not just going to be this exact measurement. It's going to be longer, okay? It's going to be this wide, okay, but it's going to be longer in length, okay, because of the method I use in stitching my to attach mine. So it's going to be longer. All right, so let's cut the pocket. So guys, this is exactly how my pocket looks. Okay, you can see the back, you can see my front side. So I placed it here and then I use my ruler to rule out this particular point. Okay, this particular point. So all I had to do was place my fabric. You can see that is the front side where I've ruled the pocket. So I used my ruler to rule it out like this. Okay, so I'm going to be cutting this out. I'm going to cut it out just like this. Okay, you can decide to pin it so that you get the exact thing here. So in case you'll be finding it difficult to cut pockets, so use this method. And also you can check my other video on how to insert side pocket, or stick with me the next video coming up. After this, you're going to see. So I have finished cutting this particular pocket, and if you want to know how I stitch it, hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that you always get updates on all of my videos. The next video coming up, I'll show you how to stitch this and also any other style. And also you can equally check out my other video on how to sew an insert or side pocket. I'll leave the link on the description below so that you can check it out and also sew it without waiting for the next video on how to stitch this. So this is exactly the outcome of this pocket. You can see just how it looks. So by the end of the stitching, you understand why this place is long like this. Okay, so this is just it. You can see how perfect. This is the perfect cut of the pocket. Okay, so let's cut our band. So guys, I folded this particular fabric to cut the band. Normally while cutting my band, I like cutting it after I finish joining the waist, so that I'll take the full circumference of what I joined and use it to draft my band. Okay, but I already know what my waist will come out, what it will be like at the end. So my waist is 29 inch, so I'll end up drafting a band of like 30 to 31 inch long. And then the width of the band is going to be, let's say, is going to be, remember we want our band is 2 inch, so we are going to be using a 4 inch width. Okay, so that is the depth of our band. That will be 4 inch. So guys, at this particular juncture, please, I want to remind you to hit the subscribe button and turn on notification bell, and encourage me by hitting the like button if really you love and enjoy this video. Okay, please. So right now, the next thing I'll do for the band, which normally I don't like drafting like this. I like drafting it after I finish joining the waist of the whatever I'm sewing, and take the circumference to draft my band. But right now, I'm just going to go ahead to show you exactly, because I don't want you to miss out on this. This is a full drafting tutorial. Okay, so my band is my waist is 29 inch, and I have a zip of 2 inch. So 29 plus 2, that is 31. Okay, so I'm going to be working with, like, let's say instead of 31, I'll make it 32. Okay, so in case of any excesses, in case of anything, that one will fill in. So I'm using 32, and then I'm going to be using, remember, is a 2 inch band, a 2 inch wide band. So I'm going to be using 3 inch. This is a very simple band, okay? It's not like the regular band you are used to. So it's not like, okay, let me just say the regular band, but there are always different ways of achieving all this, okay? So this one is another kind of band. It's very simple. We are not fixing any facing or anything. It's just the fabric, and very simple. So Okay, so this, as you're seeing it, so is already the band, no jara added. So my width is 32 inch, 32 inch depth long, 32 inch long and 3 inch wide. Okay, so now I'll take the measurements and confirm if it's accurate. Okay, so I have my 32 inch here. So I'm cutting this out. So this is already included with our seam. So this is my band. As simple as that. Just as simple as this, okay? What we do here is sewing for beginners and any other intermediate or advanced learner that wants to grow more in their sewing knowledge, that want to learn more different styles, different methods and all that. Please hit the subscribe button and turn on notification bell so you always get updates. So that is what we do here. We have all other trendy Ankara styles or styles updates that you can easily check out to keep you trendy as a stylish person. Okay, so that is all for this particular video, and see you in my next video. I just can't wait to see you in my next video. I just can't wait to see you. And if you haven't given me a thumbs up, please do give me a thumbs up. I'm dying for it. I'm dying for a thumbs up from you. Please encourage me with a thumbs up. And that is all for this video. Okay, I hope you got everything you want. See you in my next video. Bye bye.